Hey, what's happening? What's good, people? My name's Bernie Gresham, and this is Just Stop It. I came up with this idea because basically there's a whole lot of shit going on that really just needs to stop. It's just madness, okay? Um, but before I comment on anything, I guess I should say why I think I'm qualified to comment on shit. Um, Maybe I should be further along than I am in life, I guess, because I did graduate from the University of Chicago Laboratory School. I'm a lab rat, literal experiment. Um, Also graduated from St. Ignatius College Prep, fairly well known in the Illinois area, definitely, as a high quality educational facility. Um, I went to Boston University, graduated with political science degree. That'll come up later with regards to my professor, Howard Zinn. Um, and I also hold a Juris Doctorate from Loyola University, as well as a master's degree from Chicago State University, which was one of the first education facilities in this area, possibly in the country, I can't remember. So just stop it. Yeah, I said a Juris Doctorate from Loyola. I have also a certificate in web design from the Illinois Institute of Technology. Okay, that's the formal education. The street education, grew up on 79th or 81st in Maryland. I've lived all over the city of Chicago. Because of my background at lab school, I have no problem interacting with any person of any race, creed, color, faith, whatever have you, as long as you're not talking insane to people. I'm good. We can party, drink, play, whatever. But if you start saying things that make no sense, then we got a problem. I'm definitely going to disagree. Take a pause. Say that now. Here's your boy, the Funky Alien. What's good? I'm hanging with the UGMG. You got this new thing they got coming out. It's called, what's it called again? Oh, yeah. It's called the Jungle Groove. And it is funky. Let me tell you. Also, let me tell you, boy, that shit is so funky. It is so funky that it stinks of the place. There's a little of it playing in the background right now. But there's a whole, like, six volumes of this shit, man. I'm telling you now. Pro X for short, but I found out there is another Pro X out there, so I'm not trying to copy nobody. Don't get upset. Don't sue me. Right? And I took that name. Because, well, first of all, I'm a comic collector. Well, I was a big comic collector when I was a kid, and I collected all. I collected all the comics. I obviously had Spider-Man, the Hulk, those folks, Iron Man. I was a big team fan though, so the Avengers was definitely big on my radar, and I was excited when they made the Avengers movie. But I was most excited when they made the X-Men movie because that was my team. When I was a kid, I was like, mutants with special powers that can do extra stuff, but they're just trying to fit in. They're just trying to make it, and for some reason, that resonated with me with regards to the struggle of black people in this country. I don't know why, but I really do. And in the next segment, I will definitely tell you why. Back again. Let me just say, I was impressed
with the Avengers movies, and I mean, I'm talking about the whole 20-year span. It was on point. Enjoyed it. I even enjoyed the delving into the next phase. But things then started to get a little wackadoo, just generally all over the place, from the stuff with Brie Larson to the forcing of or attempt the controversy about forcing LGBTQ business, and it took away from the message that I think Stanley was trying to get out there, which was everyone is part of the solution to this problem. Okay, it's not just one or the other, but the main thing that he focused on, though people may not have recognized it, was the struggle of African Americans in this country. And I can tell you that I'm very sad that Mr. Stan Lee, who created the X-Men, or developed the concept of the X-Men from the struggle of the African American community, it's very hard to say that he didn't, and I'll get to that in a second. But what's going on with Disney and the controversies that are coming up with regards to those films, it just needs Mr. Leibowitz's input. And I say that for this reason. He created a team, the X-Men, that was based on Homo sapiens, humans, with extra powers. So they are, quote unquote, Homo superior, right? They can fly, like Mike Jordan. They can run faster than fast, like Simone Biles, Jesse Owens. They're strong as, ever, like Muhammad Ali. They can speak words and bring hundreds of thousands of people because they are using their mind, let's say Professor X, like Martin Luther King. But some of those mutants decided that they didn't want to participate because they were being persecuted. This is included in the story, as it is a quote-unquote story, right? Problem is, people with these quote-unquote extra powers have been persecuted for a very long time. George Washington Carver. What he did with the Peanut Man, come on, for real? Right. Garrett Morgan. Stoplight, gas mask, superpowers. Got no payment for those. Charles Drew. Could have lived if he could have got some of what he created. Superpowers. Another thing I want to just mention is that when you think about X-Men, if you don't know when the comic was created, you don't understand the significance of the title. Stanley Leibowitz, was in New York City. Who else was in New York City at that time? Because the first X-Men came out in about 1966. Mr. Malcolm X, Minister Malcolm X, was in New York, preaching on the corners, gathering hundreds, maybe even thousands a couple of times. You think Mr. Leibowitz didn't see that? Didn't understand what this guy was talking about? He named the comic X-Men about people with extra. One guy wants peace, Professor X. One guy said, hey, they're not going to accept us, Mr. Magneto, or Eric Lensher. The details of the story, yeah, there are different details, but the point being, when you take that as X as your title for your superhero team in a comic book, and there's a Malcolm X guy talking on the, you're not trying to get paid, because people are going to look at that and say, wait, that might be associated with Malcolm X. He was trying to get some information out there. Same thing with Black Panther. What? Who would name their, in the middle of the unrest that was going on in the 60s with the Black Panthers, who would name their comic book Black Panther and put a brother as the king of a nation, unless he was trying to say something? That's just me. That's all I'm saying. So, some of the things that are going on now, man, just stop it. Because you don't understand. I could continue on that. Oh, I think I mentioned that I go by Pro Exposure GX, that type of thing. That's because I'm a musician, rapper, poet, writer, that type of thing. And during the course of this cast, I can't say how long it's going to happen or how often, but during these casts, during these videos, clips, I might be talking about some crazy shit. I might play some of the music from my musical collective, the Urban Gypsy Music Group, or I don't know, whatever. But as we're leaving out, I will leave you with a track. I'm not going to play anything, but I will close it out with a Urban Gypsies track. How about that? Let's try that one. Right. Yeah. Oh, we'll be commenting on some other media as well, television and things like that, and how TV actually can give you the history of this country. And it's pretty amazing because,
Wow.
basically, I heard something today on a show called Wagon Train. Most people wouldn't watch it. I think my dad, my granddad or something used to watch it back in the day, and just one of those shows that just pops up on my radar, watch it. But the things that these guys said with regards to what happened to the Irish in the country, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And we will definitely pick this up the next time we get together.